Okay, so those are also shooting stars right there. Okay, we'll do some shooting stars over here. Both kinds of shooting stars. We'll do this kind that goes out like that. You can do this with a jelly roll pen or a paint pen, but personally I really like it best with this liner brush. It just makes it look more natural. You could even have some of these shooting stars actually landing on the suitcases. That looks pretty cool. It's like it brings the suitcases into the picture. Okay? And I like to do the dot there and then go like that and go out, because it looks more like, it just gives it more, not such a controlled shooting star. Okay, so there's that. Another thing you can do to make little planets, because I made planets. Okay. How you make planets are, I take my pointer finger and I just decide where I want a planet. So we'll put one right there. And I just make a little circle. Okay. And then whatever colors I've used, like I used purple. I've used purple, I've used teal, and I've used like a pink color. And I think I have a little bit of blue here, don't I? Nope. Oh, that's too watery. Oh, well, I can use it. All right. So you basically take the colors are already in your painting. Take your index finger again and just dab a little bit of paint in there. There's a little purple, dab a little teal. I'm going to dab a little bit of blue. Okay? And then on top of that, to mesh all of it together, take your white again with your index finger and kind of dab over the whole thing. And it meshes it all together, so you have these beautiful like little moons or planets. Okay? Then we're going to take your white, we're going to take white with your liner brush and draw a circle around the whole thing, so it's just a lot more it frames it. I'm just adding a little bit more color in there that I feel like it needs. So you can kind of see how you just play with this kind of stuff and then it starts happening. So let's do another planet over here. We'll do another one right here. Okay. And then we'll take a little bit of the blue with my finger. A little bit of teal. And then we'll do a little bit of purple. And then to mesh all this together, you take white again on top of it. This is how I do it. And I just take the white, just meshes everything together so it like marbleizes together. Okay. So then what I do is I take my script liner again, my little liner brush, into the white acrylic paint again. And I kind of go ahead and go around this. And I don't go perfect. I try not to, you don't have to worry about being perfect, because this is a planet. So it's not going to be perfect. And I think the more you try to make it look perfect, even when you're lining it, the more fake it's going to look. So just kind of a messily line it. See? And now that really looks good. I don't like this right here. Let's see if I need to. Okay, perfect. And sometimes what I do is I mess up my line a little bit and it looks better. Yeah, that looks good. So let me show you guys. Let me turn this around and I'll show you that. Okay, so you can see the little planets right there. I think that looks really cool. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I want to show you. Oh, last thing. Last thing. Little birds. So we want to add little birds to the sky. Little black birds. And that is really fun to do. It adds a lot to your painting, I think. And it's so simple. You take some black acrylic paint, which I should have right here in front of me. Yes, I do. Okay, and just do little birds, again, with my liner brush. A lot of stuff is with the fingers and liner brush at this point. And even over the clouds, you want to, I'm going to come in a little bit more. Even over the clouds, you want to put these little birds. So all you're doing is making a little V's. Little V's that at the ends kind of flare out. And birds in every different direction. You could put two right by each other. You could take and put some of these birds on the suitcase so that some are flying like that. Okay, let's go to the other side. Oh, got to be careful. The other thing is you could put some birds flying into or out of the planet, which will look really nice, or the moon that you got going on. I'll tell you what else looks really cool, you guys, is if I paint all of this like black and put planets in it, it looks really, really cool. So I'll do that on another video. Okay, let's just put some little birdies in here. Put some little birdies flying. So when you do stuff like this where these birds are flying, like we might even have a bird flying right over into the suitcases, it like brings everything in the painting all together. It brings, like, you know, you have the shooting stars going into the suitcases, you have the birds flying into the suitcases, you have water splashing out. It brings more stuff into the picture. It makes the picture more cohesive, like everything belongs, okay? I'm going to put a couple birds. It's really not dry, but it might be probably okay. Yeah, it is. To put some birds on this planet, and then leaving the planet. We'll put some birds over here on this planet, entering it, in it, and leaving it. Okay, and then let's just have some birds kind of coming into the water. I think that will look really cool. Okay. That looks really, really cool. And one other thing, let me see if there's anything else, any other things I want to show you. I think that's everything for today. That's a lot of different little things. A lot of different little things I've learned and I do. Let me just go over this planet again a little bit. There we go. I like that better. Got it a little bit more messy. That looks good. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see everything. Oh, one other thing. I almost forgot. I'm glad I'm looking over at my sample. We're going to do a bunch of stars, or like splatters, but they're going to be represented as stars. So you just take your white acrylic paint and you water it down. And I like to use a fan brush. And you guys, you can get a bag of brushes and they're great for acrylic paint. Use them only for acrylic. Don't use them with your watercolors. But, and you can buy a bag of these for like $10 with a coupon $5, and you get all different sizes of paint brushes at Michael's. It's their off-brand, whatever that off-brand is that they have there. So, I don't mind. I'm putting splatters everywhere. My splatters are going to look more like, than stars. Well, in the sky, they may look like stars. When they hit the luggage, it might be a little bit of snow. I just think it adds a lot of magic. So it looks like maybe water, maybe snow. In the sky, it may look like stars and planets. It's a little fantasy world. Who cares? So that's it. I think that's everything I wanted to show you. Just trying to make sure. Yeah. So this looks really good. Now it's not a completed. Oh, and the other thing is remember I told you is that I would end this whole thing with putting, I'm not going to put them on because I'm actually going to probably try to shade in as much as I can, even though I've gone over things. Using these Recollections. You can use Recollections, glitter glues, whichever, but match up the glitter glue with the color you're using. Like this would go with the pink one, this would go with the turquoise, and this would go with the purple. You can also use, what's the other name brand? Let me just tell you guys right now. You can also use Stickles, but it is cheaper to get Recollections and other brands. Or you can just go with the clear, because if you go with the clear, then you don't have to match up colors, and you're still going to get the whole glitter look, and whatever the color behind it is going to come up. So that is how that looks. Let me just, you guys, make sure you guys are seeing everything. I think that turned out really cool. And like I said, it's not completed. I just did a bunch of samples of everything that I did on the other finished picture. And here is the finished picture with the black border. Remember, the black border is done in just black acrylic paint. And I think that turned out really, really cool. So I hope you guys like that. I hope you guys enjoyed my Dollar Tree coloring book, Color With Me video. And that is it for today, guys. All right. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Any comments or questions, leave them below. And I think that's it. Oh, and you can join me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll leave the links below. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!